Welcome back to now Self on the value and limits of self-knowledge. We are now embarking on part 2 of this course, in which I'll focus on the theories of the unconscious, as well as the theories of the emotions. Today I want to focus primarily on Sigmund Freud and the psychoanalytic theory that helped to the development of popular race. This is by no means of the attempt to give a comprehensive discussion of psychoanalytic. It was a high-calling infinite moment for much of the 20th century, but I want today just to focus on some of, of what I take to be the course accept of Sigmund Freud of development of the theory, hoping that some of the points that they make will be able to shed light on much larger themes that are of interest to us in this course. So Sigmund Freud is a psychologist who was trained as a psychological scientist, primarily as a biologist. He did a lot of work on the neurobiology of fishes in the early part of his career. And the reading that I want to have as suggest. With our discussion today is a book of his called Introductory Lectures on Psychoanalysis. That we record a series of lectures that we gave in 1916-1917 at the University of Vienna. When you read Freud, part of what think you will find interesting is that he has his own version of the Socratic method. Of course, when you are a writer, it's very difficult to engage in a poor Socratic dialogue because, of course, you got to it. It's not clear how you called engage your interlocutor. You audience by asking them questions, but Freud comes interestingly close and makes a provocative methodology of this process. And that you often find him making statements, making heartless, often exploits of phenomena, stating his position. But then you see him say things like this: I can hear you objecting everything from you now. No, because he is literally claiming to hear somebody making as objection. But rather he is imagining an interlocutor, raising a worry about his point of view. He is imagining someone receiving what he is saying in a certain way. And I will come back and respond to that with his own counter-argument. This is a good method for argumentative writing and argumentative speaking for the reason that not only does it give you a chance to set your position and your reason for it also allows you to allay some of the skepticism, some of the doubts that as audience and might have. If you are able to that successfully to bring them over to your side, that much more fully. So it's an aspect of Freud's methodology that it's interesting and I think very successful. But there are epistemic peculiarities of what Freud refers to as psychoanalysis. And one of them is this, as he says, objective of verification for the theory. When asked how one knows whether the theory is true, his answer is, well, when learning psychoanalysis one of oneself by studying one's own personality. As most experimentally psychologists today will tell you, as neuroscientists today will tell you, that probably is not a very good methodology because it doesn't involve random sampling, it doesn't involve controlled trace. It's too easy to come up with subjective answers to questions that are perhaps affected by your expectations. That's not how the questions shall be answered. So this is not a methodology that will to pass must master according to contemporary theorizing. Furthermore, about the Freud's own terms, I want to suggest that the statement of his does not quite fully represent his way of justifying his theory, and the reason is as follows. follows. It seems to me in this background some of his theorizing, while I see precisely how this work in the moment. In the background of some of his theorizing, the principle which in it itself perfectly objective, and all of theorizing to be put up to crazily that any book I can access. And that is what philosophers of science have referred to as the principle of inference to